Hey there, I am so excited that you've purchased the signature proposal template for Dubsado. This is the one proposal template I have used in my own business and for all of my Dubsado clients. It has brought in multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars for my clients and my business alone, and I know that it's going to make a huge impact in your business as well. If you follow me in any of my education online, whether it be on my website or my Instagram or my newsletter, you know that I have always stressed the importance of your proposal process. This is the point when you are truly sealing the deal with a client, and this is your chance to wow them, to guide them, and to ensure that they have everything they need to make that purchase and become your client. When you send a proposal, by this point, you have probably done a lot of communicating with the client. They've been following you on Instagram, they're on your email list. You may have had conversations with them, whether it be email or phone, or you've had a consultation call with them, and this is the next step in the booking process. Because of that, this is your chance to display everything they need to know in a really clear, efficient, beautiful way to ensure you convert them from a lead to a client. And this proposal template is going to do just that. So in this short training, I'm going to cover my proposal framework, what you need to include, and what each section is really dedicated for. As you dive into editing your proposal template, you'll notice that these different areas are already inside of the template. All you need to do is go in and edit and modify to include your personal process, your unique details, your imagery, and your branding to ensure you really checked off each box in this framework. So let's go over the framework. There are 8 sections in the proposal template that are really important when it comes to how you're going to guide the client to make the purchase. I'm going to quickly walk through each of these different areas and what you need to include and why they're important. First of all, cover and intro. Very simple, but also very important. You want your proposal to be professional, you want it to be beautiful, and you want it to be infused with your brand. We don't want to just send a plain old form with a couple of boxes for them to make a selection. We want it to be an experience. When they're reviewing this form, they're getting to know you, they're reviewing the process, they're getting your brand all in this proposal, and then they'll be able to make that payment. So your cover and intro is that first presentation, just like a website. When you have that first fold on the website, it's usually a beautiful image, a statement, a title, some kind of captivating intro. So I want you to consider that at the top of your proposal, having that intro there and ensuring that you're including those details in the proposal. A lot of times I like to include a little bit more about myself or about the business in that area, why I'm the authority, a little bit more about, hey, this is why I'm the expert and why you should hire me before you even get into all the details, giving them a refresh about who you are and what this service is going to do for them. This will lead us into the video message. The video message is my favorite secret sauce when it comes to proposals. I use this in my own business, and I have many clients who I work with when it comes to Dubsado who I recommend also using this in their business. And the response is incredible. My clients are always raving about how the video message was just the perfect touch of personalization. And this is your chance to really personalize this proposal, to give them just that extra little pizzazz to make the proposal friendly, to make it personalized, and to make it really speak to them as a unique individual. My recommendation for a video message is no longer than 1 to 2 minutes, where you are face to cam. You can easily do this on Loom, which is what I'm recording this video on right now, which is a desktop app. You could do this on your phone, but Loom is really the best way to do this because they give you an embed code to embed directly into the form. And I cover how to do that in the how to use video in the dashboard area of this form template. So make sure you watch that video to see how I implement the video message. In that video message, smile, say their name, mention some details they may have talked to you about when it comes to the service. What is their problem? How are you going to fix it? Compliment them, get them excited. Spend this 1 to 2 minutes really speaking to them, speaking to their needs, and tell them how you're going to transform them through this process. Do not forget at the end of this video to tell them exactly what they need to do. Although we're going to have an area for next steps, as you see on number 8, this is where you can just verbally say, hey, when you're ready to book, you're going to review this proposal, you're going to submit the proposal, sign a contract, make a payment, and then we'll get started. Just giving them that verbal cue of what they need to do next will make it so much easier as they're reviewing this form of what they can expect when the form is done. The next area I like to include is a client section. This is something that is not currently in the proposal template, but it's something you can add in, or this could be kind of combined with your video message. Somewhere in this proposal, whether it's your video or whether it's a small text area, I want you to make sure that you are reiterating the client's goals. What are their needs? What is their problem? And what are they hoping to accomplish with working with you? Make sure to lay that out in a very easy format, even if that's verbally in the video message or having a 1, 2, 3, here's where you're at and here's where we're going to go. Number 4 is your process. Because every service that you have is going to be so different, we want to make sure we lay out very clearly what your process is to get them from A to B. This could be something as simple as a quick 1, 2, 3. First, we're going to dive into this, then we're going to do this, and then the service will wrap up with this. For example, if you're a coach, maybe you're going to have the first process is an intake form to share their details. Then you guys are going to get on a call and you're going to go over all of the things on the call. And then lastly, they're going to get a recap of the call and all of the goods. If you're a photographer, maybe they're going to fill out a form to get to know them. Then you're going to have their shoot. And then lastly, you're going to deliver their images. Just simply state exactly what this service is going to cover so they can see the full picture of what to expect over the time of working with you. Then we're going to go straight into investment. What are your packages? What are your pricing options? Are there any add-ons? Are there any upsells you want to add? This is going to look different for all of you. And even for some of your services, you may have different payment plans. You may have different package options. Maybe you have custom quotes or you have add-ons. Use that section to display all of the pricing information and ensure they can select those options when they go to book. Then we're going to go into an FAQ. You want to make sure we have some crucial FAQs. A lot of times these might be the same FAQs that you have on your website, but I would make sure that you have, about 4, maybe 3 commonly asked questions to answer any objections they would have at this point in the booking process. Now, we don't want to answer questions that we may have already answered on the call. These would really be questions that may have come up with people when they get to this point, like, hey, what happens if there's an issue, or what will it look like once we start working together? How can I communicate you? Drop in some of those FAQs here and use that as a chance to clear those objections so they're not coming back to you asking those same questions once they've already had this proposal in their hands. We really want them to get this proposal and book immediately. Then we're going to make sure we include some testimonials. I like to include 1 to 2, and you could kind of layer these throughout the proposal, or you could just have one somewhere in this area where they have that raving client review where they can almost put themselves in that review's shoes and see, wow, that client had an amazing experience. This was their transformation. I want that same experience. You can either include that after the investment in FAQ or before it, after you go through your process. And then lastly, this is so important. We do not want to forget this. At the end of the proposal, just like I mentioned in the video message, you want to reiterate what are the next steps for them to book. Treat them like they have never booked an online business owner before. They have never submitted a proposal, because you want it to be very clear. Here's exactly what to do next. Complete this proposal. On the next page, sign your contract. On the last page, pay your invoice, and then we'll get started. Whatever that specific process is, lay it out very simply so there is no confusion and you don't have those emails coming back saying, hey, I'm not sure what to do next. If you implement these 8 pieces into your proposal, I promise you your clients are going to love this experience, this touch of personalization, and it's going to make your presentation of your offer 10 times better, knowing that when they're ready to buy, they are getting an incredible, efficient experience here, and you can move them straight into that onboarding flow. Don't forget to make sure that you already watched the how to use video so you can implement your proposal, make your edits, and ensure you're utilizing all of these points in your proposal efficiently. And as always, if you have questions, I am just an email or a DM away. Can't wait to see what you guys create.